The third country of our trip was Colombia. It's at the northwest corner of South America and felt quite different than Peru and Ecuador. The streets of the Centro Histórico are known for being colorful. Here's the view from the fort of San Felipe. The water that you can see close by, that's just like an inlet. And then the water further on is the Caribbean Sea. Perhaps one difference between Colombia and Peru and Ecuador is that the Incan Empire didn't stretch up as high as Colombia. Another main reason was that Cartagena was the main port out of 3 for the Spanish slave trade.
The era of Spanish colonization was on full display in our first Colombian city of Cartagena. Here's a little touristy pirate boat parked on the edge of the ocean. The old wall that the Spanish built to maintain their grip on this part of the world was still standing, and we walked over to a huge fort named after King Philip. For anybody who was in my class the last few years, you remember King Philip? Well, he spent money to build the fort.
This is the fortress of San Felipe. It was built in the 16 to 1700s as a defense fort to guard against the English mostly, who were coming in from the water and trying to take over Cartagena or steal their gold that they had stashed here. And it's built high on a hill so that it can also watch the road traffic of people coming in. And we seem to be the only people over here, so we're wondering if we're supposed to be here, but we found this open door, and so we're gonna go in?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
God, it's pretty short.
It's pretty short. Ooh, here we go.
You might have to like duck the whole time.
Yeah, look at this.
When we walked through these tunnels, there were little cells on either side for the soldiers to jump out and surprise the enemy. But I guess the soldiers were a little shorter than my dad.
This is Cartagena at night. Lots of stuff happening, everybody out. This is the street right outside our hotel.
In Cartagena, we went to this museum called the Naval Museum, which is just an army on the ocean. And in this museum, we got to go in a helicopter, not a real helicopter, but a helicopter, and pretend to fly it. And we also went in a submarine and a boat and pretend to drive those too. It was pretty fun.
This Naval Museum also taught us about what the Spanish did to try to protect against the English pirates in the 1500s, and a little bit about the indigenous culture before the Spanish arrived. Cartagena and Colombia in general is known for being colorful and full of music, partly because of its Afro-Colombian roots.
Yo lo hago face to face, a la hora de rapear tú eres el rey. Blitz Canadá de los Blue Jays, Blitz Canadá de los Blue Jays. Hey, very nice to meet you, Yuli. Ya tú sabes que rapeamos y le meto con la actitud. Blitz Canadá de Toronto, de Montreal, de Vancouver. Tú sabes que la mano para YouTube. I like que los reyes blues, so beautiful y te vuelvo toda allá de Hollywood. Ella se dice Emily y tú eres Julie. Tú te pareces a la prima de Julie the Queen, Julie the Queen, Julie the Queen.
Ella le cantó a Emily que ella es la heredera. Ella cuando me va a tener una bonita carrera.
Emily the Queen, Emily the Queen, Emily the Boss, Emily the Boss. Ella para me bola, mírame la cara, patrona, tú eres la reina de Roma. Tú tienes más flow que Talía y Madonna. Pero me tiran y una evolución, no puede bailarla como yo. Le me toca con la rapero con el tuerto, toda la pero me tiro para la sola, me tengo toda la reina de París. Yo soy la reina de Roma, tienes más flow que Jackie y Madonna. Yo no like, tú eres más flow cartona. Pero bro, hey, nice to meet you, my friend. You are the boss, the millionaire. La película no hay mostrar. You mucho money como Pablo Escobar. Jack the boss, Jack the boss, Jack the boss, Jack the boss. Oye, Jack, anda comandando toda la zona. Everybody for me, guy, $100.
The center of Cartagena was colorful and lively, and just outside the center, this is more what it looked like.
Yeah, it's this one here.
went to Riohacha, where we bailed out on the place that we booked because there was way too much noise and partying going on. And we went to this expensive resort. And it's not the place we would usually stay at, but it was lovely.
Near Riohacha was this place called Camarones. It was a flamingo reserve, which we were boated through. Oh, right in front of us here? It's a redneck or blackneck stilt.
Oh, I love those guys.
Oh yeah. Tricky. Yeah, those are definitely not grass. Oh, it's oh, there's more skimmers in behind in there.
Really?
There are many birds here, about 45 species, including this one called a white ibis. The flamingos were spectacular.
So up ahead there are roseate spoonbills and wood storks.
Oh, there's that pinky ibis. Oh no, that's a spoonbill, never mind. Yeah, so that other one, wasn't that pinky one spoonbill too, or was that also an
I don't know, I asked
ibis?
him and I'm not sure I understood the answer. There's stilts over here. Our guide is amazing.
This lagoon is on the territory of the Wayu people who occupy northern Colombia. And after this, instead of heading further north into their territory, we had to turn around due to cost and safety into Tirona National Park.
We are waiting for the boat to take us to... What's the name of the place, Jeff, we're staying? What's the name of the place we're staying? Huachaquita. It's going to be 3 nights on an island. The only access is by these boats.
Carlos, vamos pues. Cabo San Juan y Huachaquita.
And this is in Tirona National Park. Well, it will be when we get there. Right now we're in Santa Marta. Oh, here we go, it's our turn.
We went on this super fun boat ride, which was like a trampoline because it was so bumpy. It's just like up and down with the waves. It was super fun. And this was our beach. You can just see a glimpse. That was when just before we landed off the boat, and you can see some buildings in the background there. We had a lot of fun here. This is the boys playing frisbee on the beach, because why not? And the sand was really nice, and there were a lot of beautiful sunsets that we saw from right outside our house. We got a little bit burnt, but not bad, because we were on the beach like every day, almost all day, and we only stopped for food, so it was really fun.
So after changing our plans and not going to Cabo de la Vela, which was up in the Guajira Peninsula, because it was unsafe and too expensive, we came here to Tirona National Park and landed in this amazing place. You can see by the bug screens, there are for sure bugs. We found already a cockroach that was this big. It was really cool. And this is at Huachaquita Eco Lodge, and we feel like we have just landed in paradise. We're in this pole house. We've seen so many lizards, including a bright blue one. This is the outdoor shower, bathroom, hammock, sitting area. They say stay on the paths because there's lots of snakes. After a rain, the snakes like to have a party, they say. There's lizards everywhere. Also because this is a mangrove, or a kind of mangrove. She said a mini mangrove. So we're going to protect the area. And the water is amazing. The kids say it's very warm. I haven't been in yet. We just got here. Apparently there are stingrays, but she said just leave them alone, and I'll leave you alone.
We saw so many cool things in the water here while we were snorkeling, including a shark, a couple of eels and rays, and beautiful tropical fish. The first night at Huachaquita, we found these super cool cockroaches. They were just massive, like 3 or 4 inches long, and our favorite. Also these super cool blue lizards, geckos,
huge hermit crabs. This is a small one. And these blue colored crabs with one huge arm. Millipedes. This was a neat thing. We saw a viper eating in the middle of eating a bird, and when we poked it, it backed up so we could see its fangs. This is the dining area in the evening where we spent some time using the Wi-Fi, and I loved this place, Huachiquita, and this picture of our kids standing there looking at the Caribbean Ocean. After this, we went to Minca, which was in the cool forest.
Here we've landed in another wonderful place called Minca, which is well known for its natural environment. And this particular place we're staying at is an eco lodge, which is very satisfying because everywhere you look they say things about protecting nature. They have composting toilets. It's about farm to table, you know, all the stuff. And this here is the restaurant area. Hola! Here we have our meals. And we were greeted last night. A couple of doggos. Here's the view from the restaurant. That's Santa Marta. Beautiful jungle. Much cooler here than down in Santa Marta or on the beach in Huachiquita. There's the kitchen. These are the stairs where we came from last night. Up, 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 up. Walking around the kitchen. Jeff and I are just getting back from an early morning bird walk. We started out here and got like 5 species already. I guess this is another eating area. We just got here last night in the dark, so this is actually the first time we're seeing it in the light. Looks like they've made this all, it's like Cobb style building. Oh, here's Grayson. Morning, Grayson. Morning. How was your sleep? Good. Good. Looks like it's made with Cobb style building. And they also have all these glass bottles in the walls for light and decoration. Composting toilet.
Minca is known for a few things, one of which is birding. Here I'm very seriously and studiously writing down what we've seen, probably something new. The kids really enjoyed these delicious chocolate syrup covered banana pancakes. And Minca is also famous for swimming in waterfalls, and here's us swimming in our own little private pool of river water.
And we found lots of cool bugs and other animals like this tiny gecko. That's Dad's hand. And this weird worm snake thing. We don't really know what it is.
We found this little worm snake thing on the trail.
Yeah.
It moves really weird, and it's got a pink face, scaly body.
We're just not sure if it's a snake or a worm.
But Mom touched it, so we hope it's not poisonous.
Venomous.
But of what, a foot long?
Mm-hmm.
A little shorter than a foot, I'd say. We are at the cocoa and coffee plantation place. Here we are. We haven't started yet, so we're still happy because we're not burning. Yay! We're up in the cloud forest.
Yeah, see the clouds?
Clouds on the mountain. And we have not started the coffee plantation, but there was a lot of butterflies and birds and very, very pretty flowers. Like those.
Here's me holding a cacao seed pod, and they used the seeds to make chocolate.
In Latin America, the wind do the pollination But in Africa, in Ivory Coast, in Ghana, they use slave children to do the pollination.
Oh.
Hershey's, Nestle, Kraft, Mars, Godiva, 18 chocolates, and other big companies use slave still today. Okay,
Wow.
they use paintbrush and remove the pollen, and they put the paintbrush in the flower, flower by flower, to increase the production.
This is what cacao seeds look like straight out of the pod, and this is what they look like after they've been roasted. He's going to show us how to do that.
We dry the cacao seeds. Now you go to smell and pass. Take, smell and pass.
He just said that fermentation is what gives it the flavor of chocolate, otherwise it tastes like soil or dirt. No, soil or...
Okay guys, to dry the cacao seeds, we use the sun outside, but we don't put the cacao seeds on the concrete or plastic like coffee, because the cacao seeds absorb the taste of the concrete and plastic. We use wooden tables, and we put the cacao seeds on the table, and we have to move 1 time per hour. In rain season, we wait 10 days, in dry season 4 days, or we use dryer machine. But the best system is the sun. Okay. Their machine. I saw this machine in YouTube and I made it. Demo machine. Okay? I use recycling parts. Look, this is the top of the broom, ovale, to clean. It's a tester to check the color of the coffee or cacao. Look, sardine can, cotton. I use alcohol to make fire. But we have a bigger machine, big machine like this. The bigger machine we bought in Bogota. And use propane. The bigger machine use propane, no alcohol. Look guys. We put the coffee inside, the cacao inside, alcohol to make fire. The bigger machine use propane. I have a question for you guys. Do you know which country consumes the most chocolate in the world? Per person per year. In Europe.
Oh, in Europe.
Per person per year, per capita.
Spain.
¿Por aquí? Switzerland.
Switzerland.
Switzerland consumes 12 kilos per person per year. After Switzerland, Germany, France, Belgium, and Netherlands. Okay? The machine has small electric motor from microwave, and inside the recipient is turning, and we have to wait a few minutes. We can put on the fruit salad, vegetable salad, or we can eat like this directly to do exercises, to walk, because it's powerful. Contain iron, phosphorus, magnesium, calcium, contain a lot of antioxidants. Contain 50% of fat, good fat, like avocado oil. And contain caffeine, 0.2. 0.2% of caffeine. Contain a little bit of caffeine. ¿Hay preguntas? Questions? Okay, it's the same. Beans block is the same. To make blocks, we peel the cacao seeds, we grind the cacao nibs. After grinding like paste, we put the paste in the mold, and then we put the mold in the fridge for 2 hours. After it's like this, pure cacao, 100%, without sugar, without preservative. Smell and taste. And the industry, guys, the industry to make white chocolate, they press the cacao with big machine. Es el mismo proceso para el aceite de oliva. ¿Cómo? Prensado en frío. Okay, they press and separate fat cocoa powder. Fat cocoa powder. Fat cocoa powder. En español le llamamos cocoa. Okay? The fat they sell for cosmetic industry to make lipstick, soap, cream, or they used to make white chocolates. But to make white chocolate, the industry use a little bit of cacao fat, a lot of palm oil. They use sugar, buttermilk, preservative, artificial flavor, colors. This is industrial chocolate bars. Okay? In small factories or healthy shops, we can buy good white chocolate with pure cacao fat. They use maybe honey or maple syrup, stevia, or they use almond powdered milk or soya powdered milk. They add maybe peanuts, almond, sea salt, insects, fish, or anchoa. Okay? It's a good white chocolate, but it's very expensive. Okay?
Which one is expensive? Sorry, the white one?
The healthy white chocolates,
Healthy.
no industrial.
Okay.
The second part called cocoa powder or cocoa in español, and the industry use the cocoa to make cakes, brownies, ice cream, hot chocolates, candies, chocotherapy massage, or chocolate bars. To make chocolate bars, they use cocoa powder, no cacao, cocoa powder, sugar, powdered milk, preservative, artificial flavor, colors. This is industrial chocolate bars. They use soya lecithin, you know, soya lecithin, and 10% of cacao fat because it's expensive. Wow, strong man.
This is what the finished cacao paste looks like. He put it with some honey and we ate it on a spoon and it was delicious. He also painted it all over our faces because it's like a face mask, exfoliant, very good for you. And here we are all looking our very best. We had a lot of fun in Minca. After this we went back down to Santa Marta. Our favorite taxi driver, Jose, picked us up, took me to the dentist, I got my crown put back on, and then he took us back to the airport, where we caught a flight to Medellin.